Okay, great. We're back. Sorry about that. The YouTube connection was unstable, so I had to stop the first version. So this is the second part. So I was saying before that, just as a recap, um, most people know about how they can offer a service. Like even a teenager can offer a service at McDonald's, and he or she can make money. So everyone understands what a service is, but very few people understand what a product is. I mean, they buy products, but they have very little idea how to create a product. And the thing about creating products, and I just want to draw the financial situation here so that it's very clear to people why creating a product is super hard financially, technically, operationally, etc. So here you have a chart showing money, and this is the money you have, and this is the money that you're losing. So when you get a job, let's say you get a job and you're paid, I don't know, 50,000, 50K here. So you go through the job interview and you get a job offer, and and you start on your first day, and you're making money right away at $50,000 per year. So that's your salary. So it's going to be stable like that, and maybe every year you're going to increase your salary a little bit, and the employer has to do that because of inflation. So you compare that, getting a job, to someone who is starting a business and wants to create a product. So that person, right off the bat, he's going to start to lose money, right? He's losing like a few $100s and then a few $1,000s. Like he's really in the red. Like this is the red. And so there's a lot of pressure. And he keeps developing his product, he keeps testing it. Technically, he talks to beta users, and in the meantime, he's still losing money. And then, if he's lucky, he gets to a point where you know the users. Hopefully, there's minimum 1,000 users who like his product, and they give him good feedback, and they're willing to pay him something, a very small amount of money for his product. And so he's beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. He's starting to make some money. He's making some money, and finally he breaks even here. And then from this point on, and this is where he should really celebrate because he broke even, then he can start to make money. And then he organizes marketing campaigns, and he's making a lot of money really quickly. This is where he's scaling up. So you can see here that maybe he's gonna make like 100K per year. So he's making more money than this employee over here who's making 50K. But don't forget that he lost a lot of money here. So it's not like he's pocketing 100K. He has to deduct the amount of money that he lost over here. But in any case, his revenue is increasing. And if he works hard and he gets investors, his revenues keep increasing. And he might get to a point where he's making $1 million in revenue per year, and that's great. But what we are concerned with here is, how do we create this product in the first place? So I want to share with you actually a best practice that's been implemented successfully by a lot of SaaS companies. SaaS stands for software as a service. So it's a little bit like Netflix or Prime Video, where you pay $10 and you're getting a service every month. So the best, or one of the best ways to create a product without stressing yourself, in other words, without going through this phase, and this phase, for example, this period, it could be, it could be 10 months. Uh, it could be 2 years. And, nobody has the time or the money to to live for 10 months without a regular income, right? So, and that's where this approach to creating a product is phenomenal, where you're not charging people like I don't know, like $200 or $500 for a product, you're just charging them every month, a small amount of money. It could be $5 at the beginning. It could be $10, but usually $5 and $10, that's good. $20 might be too much at the beginning. So you're charging a monthly amount. And for your customers, to get started with you, because remember, you're totally unknown, right? They don't want to give you like $200 or $500 up front. So it might be okay for them to give you just $10 per month, and they can unsubscribe at any time. So there's very low risk on their part. And even before you charge them $10, and this is an idea I got from Alex Hormozy. I highly recommend his video on YouTube. Highly successful serial entrepreneur. He said that even before you charge something, you have to give your product away for free, because you need to have as many users as possible. And ideally, you want to have at least 1,000 users. And even though these users who get your product, for free, it can be your newsletter, your video course, it can be your app, your mobile app, your web app, etc. Even though they're getting that value for free, they're giving you something very, very valuable, which is feedback. Whoops, which is feedback. And the feedback that they give you allow you to improve your product. And this feedback is gold. It's gold. So it's even more than money. And I remember a very powerful quote from Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. So, whether or not you like him, what he's doing in the White House, or whether you hate him, it doesn't matter. What matters is, to learn from this entrepreneur who is the richest man in the world. Um, and what he said was, a well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. A well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. So what he means is that, get your product out there and get feedback from the marketplace, from users. And even if users are shy, because people are usually polite, they're not going to tell you what's wrong with your product. But you have to insist. You have to tell them, look, I really want to create the best product, the best experience for you. Would you mind if we get into a Zoom session and I just ask you questions? So don't ask them by email, because it's not fun for them. Just grab them on the phone in a Zoom call, individually or in a group of users, and ask them, how can I improve the product? How did you use it? What benefit did you get from the product? And then they're gonna tell you the truth. And one thing I want to share with you is that the truth. This is something I learned from Suze Orman, the truth. But also, you can see from a lot of Silicon Valley billionaires, that's how they make money. The truth makes money. In other words, when you go into business, you have to leave your ego outside the door. You have to find the truth about your product. And and so don't have an emotional attachment to your product. Your product is not your baby. Your product is not your baby. Okay, your product is a tool that will help your clients to have a better life, a better career, a better marriage, whatever. But your product is not your baby. Your business is not your family. Your product is a tool. It's the means to an end for you and for your customers. So don't try to defend your product. In fact, whatever product you have right now, just assume that your product is only 5% of what it could be, right? So there's 95% of potential in your product. And the only people who will be able to help you to capture that 95% in your product are the users. So you have to talk to users as much as possible. So let me, in order to develop your product. So let me give you another diagram that will drive home the idea that if you go the SaaS route, it's going to be much easier. Okay. So SaaS, once again, is when you're charging someone only $10 per month, and you provide some value to them. And of course, the value that you provide every month has to be more than 10 for them to accept to pay you $10. So the value, for example, we can say that it's $30, and therefore it's a no-brainer for them to pay you $30 per month. Like for example, I'm a Prime Amazon Prime user. I pay $10 every month for the last 5 years or something. And for me, the value of getting shipments for free and the value of watching Prime videos, movies. Actually, I just spent too much time on Prime. But anyways, the value for me is probably $50 or $100 per month. And that's why I gladly pay $10. So that's a strategy you want to have. You want to create a product or a service online, and you charge only $10. So here's what happens. Let's say that your ultimate product, let's say that you're God, okay? You know everything. You can see through time and space. And God knows that your product, if it was fully realized, if you have a team of engineers and you have all the resources that you can summon, let's say that this is your product. This is the ultimate, this is your final product. This is the maximum that you can create in terms of a product, okay? So this is your product, and let's say that you're selling your ultimate product for $1,000. Okay. Now, if you have to wait until your final product is ready before you sell it for $1,000, you're going to go bankrupt before you get to that point, because there's a lot of work to be done, on this product. So what the SaaS model allows you to do today is that you can take a portion, a feature of that product. So we're going to take this square here, and this is 1 square out of 16. So it's 1 out of 16. And you take that portion or that feature of a product and you release it on a monthly basis as a SaaS business. And you're charging people only $10 per month for that feature, that functionality. And so you're building a subscriber base, and later on, when they give you feedback, they might tell you, you know what, you should develop this feature. We need that feature. And then the next feature we need is the one over here. And then the next one is the one over here. So like I said before, the users are giving you extremely valuable information, because without them, maybe your team would have decided to go here or go here, but you would be going in the wrong direction because the customers are telling you, no, I want this feature. And so based on the user feedback, this is the second feature that you create first, and this is the third feature, and this is the fourth feature. And of course, as you increase the number of features, you can increase your prices from $10 to $20, $30. Your users or subscribers are not going to abandon you because you increase by $10. They know the value that you're adding. So you're adding more and more value and features and functionalities to your product. And if you continue along that path, then you'll end up with a product that you can sell for $1,000. That's the ultimate product. That's the final product that you can create. So just to share with you, this is exactly what I want to do at the opendigitaluniversity.org. I'm going to release courses that I've created before, and I'm going to charge people only $10 per month. That's $10 Canadian, or maybe it should be US. I don't know, but $10 a month is not a lot of money for people to access my email marketing course, my online marketing research course, my project management course, my professional sales course. I mean, all these courses, I used to be paid $80 an hour to teach. So I made a lot of money from these courses over the years. I've been teaching for 10 or more years. And I'm releasing all these video courses only for $10. Okay. um, and so I expect to get a lot of subscribers, and in the future I'm going to increase the price to $20. Or I can also charge, let's say, $49, and people have access to all the Zoom training sessions, and this is higher value than just the video library. Okay, so that's how I intend to build the open digital university, because there's no way. Whoops, I don't know, what is this. Sorry, this okay. What? Oh, okay. I don't know why it's here. Anyways, so um, my point is that whatever your final product is, and ultimately you might be able to charge a lot of money, you have to proceed step by step, one square at a time, and then whatever portion of the product that you can release right now, you can charge $10 um, per month, and that's going to be very good for your subscribers. So I think I'm going to stop here. If you watch this as a replay, please feel free to write your questions in the comments, and I'm going to continue to deliver more webinars. But ultimately, I just want to do a recap. Ultimately, to make money from AI, um, it's not that hard, but you have to go about it in a very systematic manner, because AI is not um, AI is not an ATM. It's not you know AI cannot help you if you don't have value to offer. So here, just sorry, I don't understand why it's so pale. Sorry about that. Hmm. Okay. Sorry about that. So um, the recap for this, how to make money from AI, is basically you are responsible for creating value from AI. Okay. And value can be, because you're going to be exchanging your value with the customer, and the customer can be anywhere in the world. That's the beauty of the internet. And the customer will give you money in exchange. And the value, um, it can be an ebook, can be an app, can be a video course. I'm involved in all of these digital products, and so I can really guide you, because I'm going to share with you how I'm actually creating these digital products. So you have to use AI to create these digital products. So I'm going to put AI here. You use AI to create these digital products, and then you use AI also. You use AI also to reach markets all over the world. In my case, I reach them through LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I should. I don't use TikTok or X.com. I should. But right now, I'm just using LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So you use AI to do the marketing, and you reach your markets this way. So AI basically allows you to, number one, create digital products, and number two, do the marketing to reach markets and customers that you want to serve. So AI is really a tool. AI is not a brain. I think that we shouldn't call it AI. It's not intelligent. It's really just you know, I I prefer the term like artificial worker. So AI is just an artificial worker or artificial employee. It's not a human employee, it's just a worker. So here, the AI is a writer writing my books, the AI is a programmer, the AI is a teacher, right? And here, the AI is a marketer, a copywriter, a salesperson. So, because AI intelligence, who knows what it is, right? But artificial workers, we know exactly, what it is. We know what a writer is, what a coder is, what a teacher is or does. We know what a marketing expert is, what a social media specialist does. So it's very specific. So, anyways, I'm gonna end here. But if you have questions, I'd be very happy to help you to um, clarify what you have to do, because this Facebook group is very practical. We don't talk about existential threats, although that's the concern. We don't talk about politics, geopolitics. We don't talk so much about the latest advances in AI, although Manus AI sounds very intriguing. We talk about how you can make money, how you can make money from AI. Like I'm really focused on helping people to make money, not because money is super important, although it's very important. Money is not the most important thing in life. The most important thing is the realization of your potential. But money is very useful. So I want to help you to use AI to make as much money as you can. Whatever money you're making right now, trust me, friends, it's only 5% of what you're capable of making. That has been my experience. Every time I increase my standards in regards to my income, I've always been able to do that. So, whatever money you think you can make, just 10x that amount. Do you think that you're making, $50 an hour? Is that good? No, it's not good. That's, multiply that by 10. Try to make $500 an hour. Once I gave um, sales boot camp for I think 2 hours, made $1,000. So it's possible. It's really, really possible. It's just that, I don't repeat my feats, not because I'm lazy, but I have the kind of personality where, once I'm able to achieve something, I'm not interested anymore. I'm trying to get to the next level. So that's my kind of weakness, but I'm trying to fix that. But if my business experience is showing anything, proving anything, it is that you can always make more and more money while making less and less effort. And with artificial intelligence, it's more possible than ever. So, anyways, thanks for being here. And I hope you like this video. If you did, please share it with your friends and your family. And I'll see you in the next video.